because Paulo's been out for most of the season, right?
Yeah,
He probably played the first, right? So um, that's really impressive of them because I don't really even think that they have the. Maybe I got to watch Orlando a little bit more. I don't really think they have the personnel unless Franz Wagner is that guy, and he's always been that guy. And they have Suggs, they have Cole Anthony. I'm not the biggest fan on those two. Um, I think they're great season players, but they
yeah.
will become a problem later. So I think they're kind of where Cleveland was last year. Great optics, can look great on paper, great season. Like they're in that Kings realm. Like Sacramento
Mm.
can look good, but if you play a Golden State, they're gonna eat your food, kind of thing. So they definitely have the right pieces in those two, uh, Franz Wagner and Paulo Banchero. But I think they still need to make some changes. Some of the energy that they're getting is good energy, but it's not fulfilling energy. It's not a like they're almost like bootleg Derek Whites.
Oh, you're cold. Oh, this guy's cold.
You know what I mean? Like I hate to say they're great players, but like it's just not. They're gonna become liabilities eventually, and they're just not as consistent. Like Suggs, I used to like him when he was a rookie, and he came out with all that energy. But
Oh,
I
dude, like
started to pay attention to his game a little bit closer, and I'm like, okay, like unless you mature a bit, then I don't think that you're someone that could really last. Another great example of another player that kind of had to make some adjustments to find a home, Josh Hart. Josh
mm,
Hart was good with the Lakers, volatile, a liability.
okay with the
Now he's a
Pelicans.
defensive
Yeah.
anchor. Yeah, you know what I mean. So like they're both young. I hope they can figure it out. But or just to go back to Orlando, I think they need to kind of pay attention closely to what the pieces that they have, and realize that it's not going to be what takes them over the top unless they mature in a way where they develop the game a little bit differently. I like them, but I think there's going to be a lot of gaps exposed when they play the good teams in the playoffs.
Yeah, no, fact. No, I agree. Yeah, they have the formula for that great regular season team. They're one of the better defenders, but better defenders in the NBA. That's why they're kind of holding on to a top three seed in the East. But
Hmm.
yeah, Jalen Suggs, he's got to work on his game. He is a good defender though. He does play well on the defensive end of the ball. He is part of the reason why they can lock down guards on the defensive end, but if he's not efficient though, man. He's got to work on
Yeah,
his efficiency. Like I don't
yeah.
know, I don't know what he can do to kind of fix that. I don't know if that just Orlando on a whole is not a great offensive team, so I don't know if that has
Hmm.
to just do with being in a system where he can't thrive or can't get to where he needs to be in order to be a great offensive weapon. Um, but yeah, they're okay. They're an okay team. I don't see them better than Cleveland. Definitely not better than Boston. They're facing the Milwaukee Bucks tonight, so that'll be a good test for them. Even though they don't have Wagner and Banchero, but we'll
Hmm.
still get to see that Orlando defense to see if it's still there even when the star players are not around.
Yeah,
Um, you gotta watch out for Anthony Black. He's a really good playmaker as well.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, they're okay. They're okay, man. Like
yeah,
they're okay. They're like the Memphis Grizzlies to me. Like they're a
yeah.
good team, really good regular season. They have a really good All Star or two. But in the playoffs, when it comes to like facing those top tier teams, they're more than likely will be get eliminated. I see a lot of Orlando Magic fans though. They think that this team's a contender. They really believe that this team is a contender. And the thing is, I don't blame them, yo. Their best players been gone for
Yeah.
a lot of the season, and they're still third in the East. They're still winning a lot of games. I think the last 10, believe they're 8-2 or 7-3 or something like that. So they're
Oh
still
wow.
winning. They're still winning games, bro. So they're still winning games. So I feel the optimism. You know what I'm trying to
Yeah.
say? But NBA basketball is
Yeah,
just
the Memphis example is pretty good because when Ja was out, they were still winning games. They
yeah.
were still winning a lot of games those past two seasons. So, yeah, they definitely have, that spark. I just hope it doesn't die out as reality kind of sets in, or I hope they kind of make the right switches so they could stay on that, progressive train. Because the NBA is a lot of ups and downs. You think you're gonna burst through and you're in that. Nope, not yet, or not this year, kind of thing. So
Facts. It happens all
Paulo
the time.
Banchero is a great player. Like he's one of the best young players you could have in this league right now. He's a sure bet. He's a sure bet. You know what I mean? Every team would want him, right?
Facts.
Great player to build your team around. It doesn't matter where in the league. Like he would be 1 or 1B for sure, right? Um, yeah, I just hope that they fill out the rest of the roster to be designed to beat a team like Boston or New York Knicks. Right? They're still young, so they got some time and they got the right pieces, so they could. It's all about execution from a front office perspective right now. I wouldn't get as happy and be like, yeah, like I'm in third place and I didn't expect to be here. I would stay on that horse and be like, where can we get better? If we're getting this close, can we do something right now to break through and really surprise the league, kind of thing,
Facts. Yeah,
right? While
that's
you
where
still
they're at.
can.
Yeah, yeah, that's where they're at right now. Facts.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.